Michel, and welcome back to the Canadian History of Chronology channel. Today's episode, number 10, continues with First Contact. This video's focus will be on Jacques Cartier, the second of the three C's after John Cabot. As mentioned in the previous video on John Cabot's voyages, it wasn't until 26 years after Cabot's last voyage that France finally decided, in 1524, to join the exploration and claiming territory game. But it wasn't until 10 years later, on April 20, 1534, that the second C, Jacques Cartier, left France with 2 ships and 61 men and sailed for the New World. He sailed around Newfoundland, proving it was an island. Then he went on to find another island, which came to be called Prince Edward Island. He then sailed up the coast of what became New Brunswick, where he met the native Micmacs. The Micmacs were actually happy to see Cartier, as they were a trading people and eager for European trade goods. Traveling further north to the Gaspé Peninsula, he made contact with the Iroquois peoples and their chief, Donnacona. Much to the anger of these Iroquois peoples, Cartier erected a cross and claimed the lands for King Francois I of France. Now, Chief Donnacona understood what was happening. This early confrontation between European imperial claims and native ancestral rights is an important moment in early Canadian history. It set the tone of what was to come. Cartier knew that this land belonged to someone else. Cartier tried to soothe Chief Donnacona and told him that the cross was not a land claim, but a navigational marker. Cartier then proceeded to kidnap the chief's 2 sons and return to France. Nice guy, right? Anyways, back in France, Donnacona's 2 sons were given language lessons so they could act as interpreters on later voyages. Then, in the following year, in 1535, Jacques Cartier returned with 3 ships and a crew of 110 men, and with Donnacona's 2 sons. He sailed into the mouth of the St. Lawrence River. Here, he landed at a native village called Stadacona, present-day Quebec City. Chief Donnacona was there to meet him, but became angry, not just because of the kidnapping, but also because Cartier wanted to sail further up the St. Lawrence. Donnacona was enraged because they, the Stadacona Iroquois, controlled trade along the St. Lawrence, and Cartier had no right bypassing them. Cartier continued anyways, and came to an even larger village, Hochelaga, present-day Montreal. It was a large village with a palisade and more than 1,000 inhabitants. Here, on top of a big hill, Cartier planted a large cross and named the hill Mount Royal, or in French, Montréal. This later became pronounced as Montréal or Montreal in English. Then, spotting the Lachine Rapids, Cartier knew he couldn't go any further. Cartier turned back and returned to Stadacona, where 25 of his men died from scurvy. The helpful natives provided Cartier with a cure, boiled cedar, and unfortunately for them, Cartier and his crew introduced infectious diseases to their community. Cartier then turned even more evil in my eyes. He took Chief Donnacona and 4 others as prisoners, and as he prepared to set sail for France, the Stadacona natives offered 5 other prisoners in exchange. But Cartier took them too and returned to France with 10 prisoners. Unfortunately, Chief Donnacona would never see his homeland again. He died in France. Cartier returned to the New World in 1541, 5 years later, to try and establish a colony along the St. Lawrence River. He failed. The natives had turned against him. No wonder 35 colonists were reportedly killed by the Stadacona Iroquois. Cartier had enough and returned to France. On the way home, Cartier met Sieur de Roberval, a French nobleman who was also dispatched to establish a colony. Roberval also failed. As we come to the end of this narrative, I'd like to mention a part of the Cartier legend. It is believed that the name Canada was a misunderstanding by Cartier. When Chief Donnacona's son said Canada, meaning our village, Cartier wrote it out as Canada. He took this word to mean the entire region, not just the village. Well, that's it for the short history of Jacques Cartier. Please stay tuned for more on First Contact with episode 11, Samuel de Champlain. This is where settlement really kicks off. And remember, at any time, feel free to leave comments or questions below, and I'll do my best to respond to them all. And please, be a true Canadian and be polite. Anyways, and if you like this content, please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. And hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of any new content. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.